Learn how JSON pass method automatically returns a native JavaScript array instead of an object when passing server data that begins with square brackets. In this lesson, we're going to be looking at how we can pass JSON arrays from a server. And JSON isn't just for objects enclosed in curly braces. Sometimes a server will send you a simple list of items like a list of names, product prices, or scores, all wrapped in square brackets. So when you pass a text string structure like this into JSON.parse method, the browser recognizes the bracket location and instantly builds a real fully functional JavaScript array. So let's look at an example of how this allows you to immediately use array tools like indexing to read such data that is returned from the server. So let's move inside our script tag and let's add a variable and call it XML HTTP. Then set it to new XML HTTP request in browser built-in tool that allows us to make requests to a server. Now that we have this, then let's call on our variable dot unload and pass the function to it, which is going to be called upon when a server has returned a response. And inside it, we want to add a variable called my array, my ARR. And inside this is where we are going to pass whatever is returned from the server with the this.response text. And doing that, we can then move on and add document get element by ID. Demo, and I can set it to my variable name by array at the index position of 0. So now that I have this, it's now to now make my Ajax request. Call your list again, your variable again, and set the open method with the HTTP verb. I want to use get, and then so this is going to be the location of where the form the resource I want to make a request to is, and then append a send method. And right now we are not going to see anything on the screen, and that's because if you inspect what we just have now, we are going to see cross request origin request block. So there's a cause error trying to make a request to this particular external URL. For the purpose of this example, I'm just going to switch to a local solution so that I can see how this works in JavaScript. I have a file called JSON-demo-array.txt, and inside it, I just have one array that contains a list of cars. You can see Ford, BMW, Audi, and Fiat. You can notice that in this file, this is just the only array that is present here. It's not like we are doing something like maybe const my car or something. There's nothing of such. We are not doing cars and do something like this. No. You can see that what we have here is just the array only, which is the right thing that we need for this example. So I'll replace this external URL with that array inside that text file. So slash JSON underscore demo underscore array dot txt. And this forward slash is as a result of the fact that this is supposed to be inside my root folder. Oh, unfortunately it is not there. So let me move it inside the root folder. And now this should work. So I can see that the indexed position of 0 in my array is 4, which is correct. So if I want an index position of something else, maybe index position of 1, 2 is Audi, and lastly 3 is Fiat. So if I put an index position that does not exist, then this should return undefined, because we did have up to 4 items inside my array. So if you count it, you only have index position of 0, 1, 2, 3, which is correct. So 4 definitely is going to throw an undefined error. So this example makes an AJAX request to a text file that is named JSON underscore demo underscore array.txt. So the server responds with a text formatted array. That is, what is contained inside this array is what the server responds with. And once that is done, the script then passes this string, and that is the purpose of the JSON.pass. So whatever is returned is being passed in our function here and store it into this variable and then reach the very first item at index of 0 to display it on the screen. So let's quickly look at a breakdown of what we have in our code. Number one, the parser checks this line. The parser checks the incoming text because the the file text file starts with a bracket rather than, you can see this is a bracket to denote that this is an array rather than the curly braces that denote that, oh, it's a JSON. So JSON pass automatically then constructs a live JavaScript array instead of a standard key value object. So that part is happening on this particular line. And you can also take note of this, that since my array is a genuine array, you read value from it using numeric indexes, using square brackets, rather than text property key. So the index position of 0 tells JavaScript to grab the absolute first item in your list. And finally, we have the XML HTTP open request. So this prepare a network request to load the array formatted text file from the server asynchronously. So once this has been fetched, then this function will fire to receive the response from the server, pass it, and then pass the information to write into our DOM and display it on the screen, as you can see in this example. So here are a few key takeaways from this lesson. Number one, JSON.pass method automatically detects whether the incoming text is structured as an object or an array and returns the matching JavaScript data structure instantly. Number two, when you pass JSON output an array, you access the data using index integers starting from 0, etc. And lastly, the resulting array is immediately ready for any standard JavaScript operations, meaning you can check its size using my array.length or loop over it with a for each loop right away.